It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Will have to use its first time out of the half. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Hand off from the shotgun. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
To the air, it's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. And you just saw just 2 seasons ago, when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited and developed, a guy like J.J. McCarthy, the sky's the limit for Michigan. You can win national championships. That's the hope for the Wolverines moving forward.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk to the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Back to pass, it's Underwood. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Punt is in the air. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus as the season goes along?
It's really tough, and that's one thing this coaching staff's really been trying to focus on, is just to take one opponent at a time, regardless of where they're ranked, regardless of where you're playing. You've got everybody's attention. You're the #1 team of the country midway through the year, David, but there are tougher challenges ahead.
Well, and it's hard to get your players' attention because you start thinking you're good. We've got to get better every week, every practice, and sometimes that #1 ranking makes you not work as hard, gets you a little bit complacent. So that's the job of this coaching staff moving forward.
Brings it down on the right side. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Leaves it with the running back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Right back to it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Moss. He'll be wrestled out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Just going to keep it after the snap. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
Snap it to the back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
The Aggies will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll try the run. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. The give to the back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield, making something happen.
And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly... The ball pops out on the return. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking... Those running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. He's loose on the right. The 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
For this offense, it was a bit of a feeling out process there in the first quarter, just trying to find the rhythm and find any holes in the defense they could. Here in the second quarter, they're getting aggressive. They found the matchup they wanted to take advantage of. One-on-one, the quarterback and his target link up for a huge score to finally get on the board.
He'll start the return inside his spot. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Texas A&M off. They turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
This defense has them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Fires to the wideout. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Wow, that quarterback is lucky there. If you're going to take a chance like that on 3rd down in your end of the field, you better be right, because that should have been picked and returned for a touchdown. This offense is lucky now they're getting a chance to punt this ball away.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for turning it on. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
They'll give it to him again. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. DB's right up on the receivers. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own. Fortunately, ended up losing yards.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Gets it past the marker. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Michigan. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Takes the easy one to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
Really good looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space, was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To throw, it's Reed. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now facing a third and long. He might want another play. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
This drive from their own 18-yard line. Sends it back in motion. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. With the catch, it's Morgan. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Hauls it in. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Wants to throw again. Bring in the heat. Ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. Kick is in the air. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Reed. Going over the top. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
After the missed connection, it's second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield very late in the half. The short hands, it's Craven. Out to the 32-yard line before, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Direct snap. It's Owens. Breaks into the open. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little.
I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Pulls it in. It's Concepcion. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Owens. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Comes the Michigan offense. They want to run it left here. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, you got to love what you're seeing from this offense here on this drive so far, because 5 straight runs. They ran on 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th down, and they just did it again. So right now, they're trying to be the more physical side.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. There he goes. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Here's the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. He tries to take the top off. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Making side adjustments here. Gets the back moving. They'll crank up this drive with a pass. They get to him as he throws. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team, because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Reed. Quickly out to the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. He's got the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Texas A&M going quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Quarterback extends the play. Grabbed on the outside. It's Moss. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
2nd down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. To the air, it's Reed. Throws to the wideout. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Might be changing the route. Wants to throw it. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You got to give this defense tons of credit because they have been lights out. They have not allowed a single point so far, and a big reason why is how well they're playing on the back end. They came into this game knowing the offense was going to try to throw the football, but they're not giving anything up, and another great job that time in coverage.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
The give to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Going to the ground. Creates a little room. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back.
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Might as well stick with him. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Hester. Slithers into space. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Finds a little space. Turning it on. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point makes it 28-0. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Here's a heat. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
Man, you can tell this offense is frustrated, giving up another sack, and they're out of sync, out of sorts. They're just not used to this. This trigger man's usually good. This offense is usually good. They've had a day they would love to forget.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Makes the grab, it's Craver. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Aggies in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. On target over the middle. And he's got it up for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Oh, they're after it. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Fires left. Got his man. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
That's good for
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Dropping back, it's Reed. Forced out of the pocket. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. He'll be out of bounds. Good pickup on that play, and we're at the 2-minute timeout.
That's good for a Fighting Texas Aggie.
And the Aggies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Motion from the back. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Makes the grab. It's a fumble on the play. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Lucky, you are correct. That's one of those things when the ball pops out, it literally looks like it's a GIF or it's in slow motion, and the ball takes 13 seconds to hit the ground and get out of bounds. The offense was counting every second. Thank goodness got the big break, and now still has the chance to go take the lead in this ball game.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. A design run for the quarterback. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going for the goal line. Gets it into the end zone for a touchdown.
I know as a coaching staff, you're always trying to find positives that you can build on, and it's nice to see your team continues to fight. It has been a slog up to this point. No points until finally breaking through here in the 4th quarter. And they're going to go back and watch the film, and they're going to see what worked on this drive and maybe try to build on that the next time out.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. together here as they start from their own 21. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try to get outside. Breaks the tackle. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
That was hardly a performance worthy of a #1 team in the country, and now they have to look themselves in the mirror and see if they can get this thing right.
Yeah, they got hammered. Like, this was not competitive. This was a bad performance, and the committee watches every single week. And being the #1 team in the country, obviously you got some pressure on you, but this squad's got to perform better. They got to show up, man. This was an embarrassing loss, and Jesse, they're going to have to get some things fixed if they want to go try to compete for the ultimate prize.
I think the problem, if you're the head coach of this former #1 team, is that you've got a lot of problems to solve. What went wrong? Because they never even showed up. They didn't even look motivated in this game, and they got dominated in all three facets on the field. This isn't just a one-solution fix. There are a lot of question marks now. They're going to be revolving around this program, and a lot of doubters now from the outside. A lot of that energy is going to start seeping in.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer.